Yes, if you get your financial life in order, you will get your personal life in order. Welcome to Tick's Immersion Scheme, where we try to turn our hindsight into your foresight. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Shake my hand, and I hope you're having a blessed day. Ugo here, and welcome to Tick's Immersion Scheme, where we try to turn our hindsight into your foresight. If you read the title, if you get your financial life in order, you get your personal life in order. For some people, they'll actually think, oh yeah, of course, Ugo. If I get my money right, then I get my life right, because people normally read that to think getting your financial life in order means by, oh, I need to make more money, and that's what's going to sort out my personal life. No, what I mean by your financial life in order, because when it comes to your financial life is a holistic thing. There's things that are actually a financial decision that you're making that you don't realize is a financial decision. Yesterday we were hosting like something on Clubhouse. We're having this good discussion about financial literacy and the concept of what financial literacy even means, and it's about basically having the tools and resources for you to make the most informed decisions for your life. For example, you don't realize that cooking is a financial decision. You don't realize that sleeping on time is a financial decision. You don't understand that time management is a financial decision, because if you're not timekeeping well, let's say if you're not leaving your house on time or you're not sleeping on time, then most likely is you're leaving late. You're using Uber as opposed to you could have walked, or you could have taken the bus, which could have saved you that money every day. £1.50 every day, £3 every day, for £5 on Uber here or there, it all adds up. And so what do I mean by you getting your financial life in order means that you get your personal life in order. Now I'm going to explain it in a couple of different ways. Now, one, for most of you, if you don't realize it, that most, if not all, of your personal goals are also financial goals. So whether that be to travel, to go out, to eat, to buy the latest thing, to take a break, to try, take a girl on dates, to get married, to have a kid, to buy your parents a home, to retire, to take a day off, annual leave, just do nothing. They're all financial decisions that come with a component. And no matter where you go, okay, cool, I can stay at home with my family. Somebody still has to take that for you to do that is still a financial decision for somebody else at some point. Even if you're moving with your parents, oh, I just want to do nothing, I want to chill. The financial goal is for your parents to now be able to say, okay, we can pay the mortgage and everything. If they can't pay it and all of y'all move to somewhere else, that's still a financial goal that needs to be achieved. And when you realize that all your personal goals are also financial goals, then you realize that your finances are hand in hand. Now, finances aren't everything, but they're a very big chunk of it. And the way you live your life and express yourself will reflect in your finances. So if you actually want to understand more about yourself, to be honest, look at the way you spend your money. Look at the way you allocate your funds, and how your priorities normally reflect in two things. One, how you spend your time, and two, how you spend your money. And so your relationship with yourself and your understanding of yourself and your priorities reflect within your money and how you handle it. So for example, if you are, you're somebody who likes it, who is stress eating, whenever you're stressed, you eat. So that's why you do a lot of takeout. Now, your issue on sorting that out isn't by you being like, okay, when I'm stressed, then we stop eating out. No, your issue really there is for you to relax and find ways to handle stress better. If you're taking too much Ubers, because you're rushing to work every day, you need to take an Uber to the station or whatever, or every party, every motive, you take an Uber. The issue, and it's something that you could have taken the train there. That is just one line, a couple stops. The issue there wasn't that, oh, my days are this and that, there wasn't enough time to do it. It's just your issue there was your time management reflected in your money. And so when you understand more about yourself, if you go through your finances, you understand a lot more about yourself and understand, I don't care who you are, but you have a budget. You may not think you have a budget because, oh my days, I don't like the budget and do all those kind of things, because oh my days is so much. When people think of finances, they think of it strictly as numbers. finance, and when I come into when in financial literacy, the whole finance bubble, if you have to understand, to some extent it's like 20-30% knowledge. The rest is emotions, psychology, relationships, understanding how you act in certain situations and understanding how you do that, and coming into control of it. You have a budget. If you were to go to the last 3 months of your statements of your bank accounts and go through it, realistically you actually see a pattern or a trend of how you spend and allocate your money. And so there's a common trend, a common theme of how you already spend it. And so the difference between you writing a budget or you just living off of the budget you already currently have is the question of control. The question of how much control do you have over your life and how much control do you have over your finances. I know the finances kind of thing is a scary thing for people to think about. And in terms of the idea of financial literacy, it's a huge gap that people, it causes a lot of anxiety. It causes a lot of stress. It causes a lot of debate. It causes a lot of thinking about, when you were a kid, looking at your parents, how they handle money, how people, finance is one of the biggest reasons why there's divorce and all those kind of things, and it affects our relationships. And when you understand your relationship with money, it's probably very intimate. It's probably a very intimate thing that you're going to do with yourself. To understand that aspect of your life and try to take control back and try to guide your way towards it. And the thing about it is that when you get your finances in order, your financial life in order, then you make decisions in conjunction with your personal goals to get your personal life also in order. So when you have a budget, the idea of a budget, instead of thinking, oh my days, I'm budgeting my money, it's I've got all my bills and my needs sorted. I've got my food sorted. And then all the goals, all the personal goals that I'm working towards, I've also got that sorted. And if you look at your budget as a vehicle for you to achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve, then you understand that your finances isn't your enemy, but when you understand how you behave. So if you know you're somebody that, listen, I like spending on clothes, but why do you like spending on clothes? You don't wear this clothes. Is it because the newest trend? You just like, you're someone as a pastime, as a hobby, compulsively shops. Okay, cool. How are you going to get that finances sorted? You think about it, it's a behavioral thing. You're not going to go from buying every new thing on ASOS and Pretty Little Thing every month, doing haul, and go from that. For the last 2 years you've been doing that, to going from doing that to zero. Financially responsible, yes, but in reality you probably flop. Going from 100 to 0, 0 to 100, again, listen, there's no in between. If you go from 0 to 100, you go down 100 to 0 real quick when you drop. But if you progressively take control of your life and continuously start to climb up the ladder, reducing areas in which you can reduce and increasing your control. So in a behavioral point of view, human beings, we don't like change. We like change, but we don't like change. In the sense of, we want change, but we're very resistant to change. We like the idea, but in reality, we don't like it fast. We don't like it, it's like you're here today, you're gone tomorrow. It's a very big shock to the system. If you, whether it's like, if you move in with somebody, it's like, really, I had this space, tomorrow, next day, or the whole room is redecorated. It's like, if you think about it, it's like, it's just almost like the shock of like, it shocks us almost like death. One day this person's here, the next day they're gone. We already know that everybody's going to die. I know, morbid, but to some extent it's hard to accept. And our system doesn't accept the change from you going from 0 to 100 real quick. And that's just an example of us understanding about our finances and understanding that you have to understand intimately how you behave. And when you look at your money, you realize a lot more about yourself. For me personally, I cook, I love cooking, I'm always cooking, but then after a while of cooking and stuff like that, there's always like a week, after about 5 weeks, where I'm like, I can't be asked to cook and whatnot, and it's like I've not gone out at all, and then what do? Five Guys, Nando's, Chinese, all of that, and then I go a little bit for like a week, and then I come back to it. But then I understand how that plays in my behavior, and now I've accounted for it, and I'm more in control for those moments, as opposed to what I was doing before, where I tried to avoid doing it gone, and before you know it, one day you're too lazy and you're at Five Guys, and if you go to Five Guys, you know about Five Guys, before you know it, £20 is gone. And it sounds like nothing, but you do it a couple of times, you start going, it starts growing. So what am I basically saying? If you get your financial life in order, you will in turn get your personal life in order, because in that sense you will be working towards A, your personal goals, B, your money will be working for you as opposed to you working for your money, C, understanding that you're getting your finances in order doesn't mean you making more money, because your issue isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. If you've been able to survive low-key to this point, you're surviving, but you know you can handle your money better. You know, you having more money is not going to solve your problems, because the measure, you know, if having more money, you're going to repeat the same behaviors until you have an excess that you don't even know how to move mad with it, and that's when you can end up being responsible with it. If you're responsible with how much you have, you know, most people don't have a saving problem, they have a spending problem. And if you get your spending in order, then you can be able to save. And so getting your finances in order is understanding about that pretty much a majority of things that you have in your life or can do in your life, from cooking to cleaning to mental well-being to taking breaks to handling stress to the quality of your relationships to you know, when to travel, pretty much a lot of the decisions you make are financial decisions, and you just don't realize it. You know, you just don't realize it. And if you understand that getting your financial life in order in turn will get your personal life in order, then to some extent you're one step closer to taking control of your life and pushing towards whatever goals that you're trying to achieve. So live within your means, but mean to increase your means. This has been Esteem. We thank you for tuning in. Oh my days, it's been a minute, isn't it? We haven't posted in like a couple of days. At this point, it felt like you know, we've gone for a while. It felt like we were gone. Just gone. It just felt like we disappeared. But more stuff is coming, not just in the finances. Obviously, within Esteem, we cover a huge range of topics. But ultimately, it's about for you to live the best and most fulfilling life that you possibly can. So if you want to, check out for our socials, Teakson MS, and all that self, me personally, Mr. Teakson, and you'll be finding out when we're having workshops either on Zoom, Clubhouse, Teams, in person. Once we get out this lockdown thing, if you're in the UK, let's, you know, so we're here to help. Have a blessed day. Hit a like if you like. Comment if you have a question, or just to say hi. Just say hi in the comments, let me know that you got to the end of the video. Subscribe. Share if you think that just the ideas within this video will help somebody out. But ultimately, it's very early in the morning. I feel crusty. Crusty crabs. Have a blessed day, guys. Yeah, TMS to the test. We the best music. I'm gonna lose it. I can't come and kill myself. Listen up, we're so blessed. Woke up this morning, oh, it's not easy trying to own it in the moment. Come around here, yeah, like where am I supposed to go on it? Keep on moving in your life, yeah, it's full of strife, but listen up, yeah. We only got a couple strikes, we're like cats, but now we're better, because it's not 9 lives, we've got a lot of lives to live here and survive. So keep on moving, keep on pushing for your dreams, because listen, that's the only way we can do this thing. Like in your life, you're looking for purpose, well, look for your purpose, and then you can start living on purpose. That's the way it goes. Like, that's the way it's come around here, that's the way it shows. Think about your destiny, that's your destination. Oh bro, sis, listen to this. You come around this, take a shot. If you miss, then you keep on going, take another shot. At some point, at some time, you will definitely hit. So listen up, yeah, it's not easy in this thing. Keep on picking yourself up as many times you fall, because listen up, that's the only way you're gonna get up and that you're gonna stand tall. Oh yeah, it's not easy. Come around here like this is so free. Look at me trying to free myself, but listen up, yeah, sometimes you got to save yourself. Whether it's finances, relapses, come around here, you got to understand. Open your eyes, make it clear, sit down, think about where you are and where you're trying to go, and then yeah, the road will open up. Yeah, you need to go that way. That's the place I'm supposed to be. But listen up, yeah, where you are is not where you want to be. So you got to find out where you're trying to make the place. Oh my days, this life is not a race, it's a marathon, it's a journey. So yeah, you might be in a place right now, but that's cool. things are gonna get better, because that's just the way it goes. But listen up, if you're gonna do the same thing and expect different results, then listen up, that's a matter of course, a matter of place, that you're gonna stay in the same damn place that you be. My G, stand up and start walking with me, as in just take one step forward. You might take 2 steps back, but try and make it 2 steps forward. I mean, nothing's changed too tough, but instead of you letting yourself go back, you're trying to push forward. That's a matter of fact. So if you keep on moving forward, no one can hold you back. At some point, yeah, their energy will definitely lack. So if you keep on moving for your dreams, yeah, that's where you're gonna be. Hopefully, at the end, we'll scream and shout and thank and celebrate and all of that good stuff. Hit the like button and all of that good stuff. Oh, money freestyle. Oh, 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 oh.